be getting a new clock, Mr. Ferrara?
Pardon?
A new clock?
They
Wasn't
got
the
a
digital
it
one?
still doesn't work.
Well, but we had a digital one.
Yeah, it
didn't
was.
we? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. That one broke and this one never did keep the time. It's always like 3 minutes slow.
It's 6 o'clock right now,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
so it's 1 minute behind. Minute and a half.
Minute and a half, almost 2.
Okay, we're gonna start our Plain Township Board of Zoning Appeals meeting, regular meeting, January 3rd, 2024. Do we have a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Cernova,
Here.
Mr. Rinkle,
Present.
Mr. Souls,
Here.
Mr. Beck, Mr. Sutton,
Here.
Mr. Pusely.
Here. My name is Demetrius Pusleys. I'm the chair of this committee as a president. We have, to my right, Jeff Sutton, the vice chair. To his right, Robert Souls. To his right, Tia Cernova. To my left, Richard Beck. To his left, Tim Reichel. And to his left, our zoning director, Tom Ferrara. There being, unless otherwise notified, there are no changes to the agenda. Agenda stands. Statement of duties are out back. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 6, 2023 meeting?
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Sorry.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Rinkle,
Abstain?
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Yes.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
Mr. Pusely.
There being no unfinished business, we'll go to new business. Our first business matter of the new year is election of officers. My 2 years is up, so we're moving on to, we need a motion for chairman. I believe I will make a motion that we have Jeff Sutton as our chair of the Plain Township Board of Zoning Appeals for the year 2024.
I will second that.
Give a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Rinkle,
Yes.
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Yes.
Mr. Sutton,
Abstain.
and Mr. Pusely.
Yes. Okay, so here you go, Jeff, congratulations.
Condolences.
Yes.
I preceded you. Let's see, for vice chairman, do I hear a motion for vice chairman?
I'll make a motion that Richard Beck be the vice chairman for the Plain Township Board of Zoning Appeals for the year 2024.
Second. Okay,
Roll call.
vote on it. We need a roll call vote, yes.
Mr. Rinkle,
Yes.
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Abstain.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
and Mr. Pusely.
Yes.
Okay, do I have a motion for secretary, please?
I will make a motion that Mr. Pusilides be elected as secretary. He has done it in the past and he's done an outstanding job with it.
Okay, thank you, Tim.
And since Mr. Beck is moving on to greener grass,
I will second that. Roll call vote?
Mr. Rinkle,
yes.
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Yes.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
Mr. Pusely.
Abstain.
Okay, new business. We have an appeal, number 1384-23, Randall Howard, that had been tabled at the last meeting.
I'm sorry, this is not that one.
Oh, this is not that one?
This is a new
I'm-
case.
I apologize. Thank you, sir. Fire department statements. The fire department has no recommendations or suggestions regarding this appeal. Gotta find it here. I wasn't a Boy Scout.
Tonight's?
Here it is. Appeal number 1384-23. Applicant owner Randall Howard, 5309 Harmont Avenue Northeast, Canton, Ohio, 44705. Applicant requests a size and setback variance to add a 12-foot by 24-foot accessory building on the property located at 5309 Harmont Avenue Northeast, Canton, Ohio, 44705, parcel number 52-10957. The proposed 12-foot by 24-foot, 288 square foot, unattached accessory building along with an existing 12-foot by 8-foot, 96 square foot, 10-foot by 8-foot, 80 square foot, and 25 by 24, 600 square foot accessory structures will violate the following. Section 602.5A1, accessory uses, building and structures. 1064 square foot total accessory buildings proposed, 600 square foot maximum required, 464 square foot variance requested. Section 602.5A5, accessory uses, building and structures, 4-foot setback variance necessary, 10-foot setback required, 6-foot principal building setback requested. Section 602.5A5, accessory uses, buildings and structures, 8-foot side yard setback proposed, 10-foot setback required, 1.5-foot side yard setback requested. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by the Plain Township Board of Zoning Appeals to grant the request.
No, we're not doing a motion, we're just, that's what the appeal is.
Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Okay, any questions from the board? Is there anyone in the audience to speak in favor of the request?
I'm Randall Howard, so, okay, I'm sorry. Basically, I just want to put,
Sir.
oh, I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you shall tell the truth,
Yes, sir.
so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
For our note taker, could you state your name and address, please?
Okay. Randall A. Howard, 5309 Harmont Avenue Northeast, Canton, Ohio, 44705.
Yes, sir. Not. Thank you.
No problem. Basically, I just want to put my mowers, like lawn equipment, things like that. Eventually get rid of one of the wooden sheds that are there now. They sit up off the ground, you can't drive it up in there, it's a zero turn. So, and it's a little bit bigger than the doors that we have now, so I want to build one. That way it's already got a concrete pad there. My neighbors, they actually are going to use it too, because they don't have enough storage. But we just want to put our equipment and things like that in it. So it's not in my garage, and I can use my garage for my cars as well.
Any questions from the board? I have one.
Yeah.
The concrete pad,
Yes, sir.
for what intent was that installed?
There used to be boats, because you put boats on the lake back there. So a boat used to sit on there, but I don't have a boat.
Okay.
So I just figured that's kind of the best place. None of my neighbors can see it. Doesn't interfere with anything, so it's natural.
Okay, thank you.
Which shed are you gonna get rid of?
Probably the one closer to the house.
The one behind where you had that camper
Yes,
store?
yes.
When would you plan to get rid of that?
That I have no idea, because I gotta obviously build sheds, get electric over to the other one, so I can, obviously charge batteries and things of that nature, so could be 6 months, could be a year, obviously the winter. So, but that's the plan anyway.
Okay. And the other buildings that you have in the back, that's kind of for your pool?
Yeah, the 24 by 25, we're gonna build a pavilion on a current existing basketball court that was there. But we wanted to go a little bigger because we were gonna put like a cooking area and then an open pavilion, but we couldn't do it because of the size restrictions. So we just shortened it up and then just put doors because it gets too hot to sit on the deck because the sun sits in the west there. So it's like 120 degrees on the deck. We bought the house thinking it'd be great to sit there, but it's not. So we use that for shade and got ceiling fans and everything, things like that so we can entertain, and then obviously the pool and things of that nature as well. Trying to improve what we can, but make it livable.
Did I hear you state that if granted, this new shed on the existing concrete pad would house your lawnmower and yard type equipment?
Correct.
But also you're gonna share space with your neighbor? And
Yeah, I told him he can put his stuff in there, cause he's got a rider mower that he uses, so only his wife can fit on the one side of his garage, cause his is there. So I just told him he can use our half as well, for part of it.
And this is the one
To the
right
left
there
of the house.
next to you?
Yeah,
That has no objection to this?
correct.
I don't have any other questions, but I did kind of get a chuckle out of the terminology in your...
I'm Southern, so I apologize.
No.
I was over here
It-
27 years.
No, it's all good. Where you had stated, basically, I got a lake behind me
And a dirt hill across the street.
in a pit in front of me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not really blocking anyone's views, so I made sure of that, that's why it's up this way, their neighbors can't even see it.
I just
Drive
got
by.
a
Well,
chuckle.
I appreciate that, I didn't know how else to say.
I just got a chuckle.
Okay, thank you.
I have no further.
Are there any other questions from the board? Okay, roll call vote?
I gotta make a motion.
Should we ask if there's any
Any
Opposition.
Yes. Anybody opposed to what Mr. Howard has stated? There are tons of people in here. Anybody want to speak up? I see none. So I will make a motion, Mr. Chairman. Bear with me, it's got all these numbers in it. It's a
Okay.
tongue twister, just like Mr. Sutton. You can have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Appeal number 1384-23, applicant and owner Randall Howard, 5309 Harmon Avenue, Northeast Canton, Ohio 44705. Applicant requests a size and setback variance to add a 12-foot by 24 square foot accessory building on the property located at 5309 Harmon Avenue, Northeast Canton, Ohio 44705. That is parcel 52-10957. The proposed 12-foot by 24-foot, 288 square foot unattached accessory building, along with an existing 12-foot by 8-foot, 96 square foot, 10-foot and 8-foot, or times 8-foot, 80 square foot, and a 25 times 24, 600 square foot accessory structures will violate the following. Section 602-5A1, accessory uses, buildings and structures. 1,064 square foot total accessory buildings proposed, 600 square foot maximum required, 464 square foot variance requested. Section 602.5A, Section 5, or Appended 5, accessory uses, buildings and structures. 4-foot setback variance necessary, 10-foot setback required, 6-foot principal building setback requested. Section 602.5A5, accessory uses, buildings and structures. 8-foot side yard setback proposed, 10-foot setback required, 1.5-foot side yard setback requested. Now therefore be it hereby resolved by the Plain Township Board of Zoning Appeals to grant the request.
Do I hear a second?
I would basically be in favor of it, provided that the existing shed, because this is a sizable square foot variance, he's already indicated he's going to remove the one shed, which I believe is the 10 by 8.
Maybe, it's the one on the side, I don't have the measure.
The side is nearest to the house, that'd be removed, within a year, is what I would propose. If you would amend your motion, I would be in favor of that, with that proviso. So that I think square foot would be 980 square foot proposed, and then it would be a, 384 foot variance requested.
So as stated by Mr. Souls, we'll add those into the motion that I proposed, hoping those numbers are correct, and 980, which would bring it down to 384, versus the 464 square foot. Is that what we're seeing right there, Mr. Souls?
Yeah, the 1064, I believe, would become 984 square foot, and the variance requested, I think, would then drop down to the 384.
I would add the verbiage of Mr. Souls into the motion, if granted that the conditions that Mr. Souls has stated, that the 10-foot by 6-foot principal building set, or the smaller structure, I guess, would be removed within 1 year.
It should be.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote.
Mr. Reichel,
Yes.
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Yes.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
and Mr. Pusili.
Yes.
The request has been granted.
Contact zone tomorrow or whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, 'cause I gotta go buy it now. No problem.
I'll make a
Okay.
motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
Roll call vote.
Mr. Reichel,
Yes.
Mr. Souls,
Yes.
Mr. Beck,
Yes.
Mr. Sutton,
Yes.
Mr. Pusili.
Yes.
And as stated, there is no meeting scheduled for February.
There is not.
You're free to go.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Turn it off. Thanks, Bob, for